Ladies and gentlemen, there is something which I have consistently opined on this platform, that in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence, and that everything in politics is normally well planned, well scripted, and executed to achieve a specific political objective. Nothing in politics just happen for the sake of it. Is Wycliffe Oparanya on his way out of government? That is the question which I want us to try and answer in this video. Because let me play for you this short clip here. Pay very close attention to what Oparanya is saying. Then I want to ask a few questions after the clip.
My office, all the time I have to come here to get money for the operation of my office. I don't know if my office is recognized as one of the offices of CS in this government or is not. And I will plead with you that at least I should get a location appropriately, as pointed out by the PS cooperatives, that at least I need 200 million in that office to enable me operate. I have to depend on these PSs. When I go out, I'm stuck out there. There's no fuel. I have to call any of them. Because they are accounting officers, they're always signing for themselves. So I don't want to continue. I don't want to continue being a beggar from my juniors. I hope you have heard that. Yeah, now.
That's Wycliffe Oparanya. And if you paid very close attention to that clip and the tone of Oparanya, he is clearly a frustrated man. Why would Oparanya, a cabinet minister, beg for funds from his juniors? Is William Ruto tired of Oparanya? Or is Oparanya on his way? Is he playing sympathy politics?
Kazi yetu ya kutafutia rais kura imekuwa ngumu. Ukienda mahali unaulizwa kwa nini fulani alifukuzwa. Hata kule kwa bunge wanafukuza wengine. Kule kwa bunge wengine wanataka kufukuzwa.
And importantly, can a PS frustrate a CS the way Oparanya is alleging without direct approval of the president? The truth of the matter is that the only way a permanent secretary can frustrate a cabinet secretary is if he knows or he's been instructed by the president to frustrate the boss. And because of these frustrations, George Natembeya is also coming up with another interesting theory. According to Natembeya, just listen to him first, because in this video I want us to look at all those.
Sisi kama upinzani tumekubali kwamba tutakuwa united. Hakuna kugawanyika. Kuna wengine wanataka kuleta vita ambayo hakuna kati yangu na Sifuna. Sifuna ni ndugu yangu. Tunapigana kwa sababu gani? Tunajua shida yetu ni Ruto, shida yetu sisi usio huku. Hata kama tuko na tofauti na mna gani ya kuua mtu, tukikumbuka Ruto tunakuwa tu united. Hatuwezi pigana. Sasa hizi wanapanga njama. Wanapanga njama. Na mimi nataka Oparanya ndugu yangu asikie, maana hako ndani ya njama. Wanataka kukorogana kule kidogo. Ifanye kwamba ati wamemfukuza. Ata amefutwa kazi. Ili atoka akuje huku nje atafute sympathy. Si ndio? Waseme kwamba yeye alikuwa kwa ODM, sasa washikana watu wengine wa ODM wala ambao wanapigana ati uko na president yao. Nia wanataka kugawanya nini? Western. Yenye mtakubali? Waandu wewe na baba Timani ukikuja waambie wafuate na Natembeya nyuma. Hapo utajua ni ukweli, si ndio? Lakini wakikuja waseme wanaunda tuchama chao twingine, hao wote ni watu ya kutumwa.
So the fact that Natembeya also spoke about this issue, it only confirms one thing, that Wycliffe Oparanya is a man under siege. And any time from now, Oparanya might be out of government. Either it's going to be kicked out or it's going to be forced to resign. Ladies and gentlemen, the biggest question is, what is Wycliffe Oparanya's game plan for 2027? That's exactly what I want us to analyze in this video. Before we do that, in case you're watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. Ladies and gentlemen, there's one thing which most of you guys don't know. That Wycliffe Oparanya is a very frustrated man. Oparanya is frustrated because before Raila Odinga passed on, Raila Odinga had agreed to hand over the party to him. Then, as fate would have it, Raila Odinga seconded some members of his party to the government as experts. And Oparanya had hoped that he was going to be appointed as the Cabinet Secretary for Treasury. Instead, Mbadi was appointed. Oparanya ended up with that ministry where he's now making a lot of noise, begging for funds. And when Raila Odinga was now filling in the positions, Oparanya seconded one man called Godfrey Otsosi, because in the mind of Oparanya, Otsosi was going to be an easy man who was going to be loyal to him, and anytime he was going to resign from government, then Otsosi was going to pave way for him in ODM party. But that has not happened. The truth is, Otsosi is out of ODM, which means Oparanya now does not have any say as far as ODM politics is concerned, because the governor for Kakamega is not aligned to his brand of politics. So he's very frustrated. But what is his game plan? Because all these things we are seeing are geared towards 2027. Number one, Oparanya is hoping and believing that he can actually run for the presidency. And even if he won't run for the presidency, his game plan is that he wants to negotiate with President William Ruto directly. And because of that, he wants to form his own party. And I also know, and this is why Natembeya could be right, that William Ruto has also realized that the division within ODM party might actually cost him. And therefore, for him to be safe, he needs to create these small political parties, several of them, so that Oparanya will be able to campaign for him, because the Luhya nation is going. Who else in ODM? The governor will also campaign for him in ODM, and then he'll be able to comp. Then whoever will win, he will be able to negotiate with. So Oparanya wants to run, but not necessarily to win the presidency, because he doesn't have that capacity, but he's planning to run so that he can be called on the national table. The fact is, the emergence of Edwin Sifuna is giving Oparanya serious political headache. He's not even sleeping, because if he's not careful, he's going to be swept. Number two, there's the rerun politics. The truth of the matter is that in 2027, we might have 3 or 4 serious presidential candidates. William Ruto will be on the ballot. Kalonzo Musyoka will be on the ballot. Sifuna might be on the ballot or will be on the ballot. And of course, either Matiang'i or Rigathi will also be on the ballot. So if all these guys will be on the ballot, it's only going to mean one thing, that none of them will be able to achieve 50% plus 1 vote. None of them will be able to achieve 50% plus 1 vote. That is where Oparanya is now positioning himself. He wants to form his own party, and because he has support of most MPs from Kakamega, he can then use that party to negotiate. Then during rerun, he will deliver his numbers and then demand for the position he wants during that time, so that he will be able now to either negotiate with Ruto or negotiate with Kalonzo or even Sifuna, depending on who will become number 1 or number 2. Number 3 is the sympathy. You see, if you listened to Oparanya and the way he spoke, the guy was seeking for sympathy, nothing else. It's like, why should I beg my juniors? Oparanya should not beg. He should be given. Yeah? Why beg when he can resign? Generally, he just wanted sympathy. He wanted to show people that, I'm not what you think in this government. And importantly, I think it has everything to do with ODM politics. ODM is split now into two, Linda Wananchi and Linda Ground. The truth is, as we speak today, if elections were held, Linda Wananchi will carry the day. And if you go to Western is totally Linda Wananchi. So Oparanya must be innovative. He must find a way of leaving Oburu Odinga's camp. That's what he's trying to do. And maybe, just like I was trying to explain, maybe it's just about the 2027 negotiations. Everybody wants to be on the table. That if they are not on the table, then they will break the table. Until next time, this is Makwiny. Bye-bye.